In this installment, we'll be going over the 7-game slate for Thursday on DraftKings and Fanduel. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Chef D, and I'm here to give you the winning ingredients for your Thursday night slate showdown on DraftKings and FanDuel, giving you the top plays at point guard all the way down the center, showing you the value plays of the day and the lock of the night. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MetsNetJustD, and also follow me on TikTok at Chef_D. 91 on TikTok. All right. Now, if you are currently a viewer and not currently a subscriber, go ahead and click that subscribe button right now. We should be 804, on our way to 900, on our way to 1K. 1K will be the cash giveaway. Continue to show love, and I will continue to put out great content with DFS picks, betting picks, anything that you need. Comment down below. I will get back to you in a timely fashion, either on YouTube or Instagram. Instagram is the next best option. Okay. Now we are going to deep dive into this 7-game slate we got going on, and we have to be very, very mindful just to watch out for news. Okay. So most of that is going to come during the value plays. We're going to start out with the point guard position, and we're going with the Jones brothers here, all right? The first one we're going to go with is going to be the more expensive one, and that's Tyus Jones. With Ja Morant out for the next 2 weeks, that he's still getting reevaluated. I don't know why they moved his tag to Q, because he's going to be reevaluated in 2 weeks. So I don't think they already got everything locked up. All right, I do not think that they're going to bring back Ja Morant. That's why we have to pay attention to news. But as long as Ja Morant is going to be out, then we are going to play Tyus Jones. He is back from his little 1-game hiatus, 2-game hiatus, and he's shown up in the past 2 games, 37 minutes, 36 minutes against Utah and San Antonio. A nice performance of 37 fantasy points, 24 real, 5 assists, 1 steal, and 2 rebounds. They're trying to save some of their big hitters, and they're going to run their backups here with Tyus Jones. We don't know about Dylan Brooks. We have to wait on news about that. I apologize about that pick in the previous video. I already had pre-recorded. Anyway, so Tyus Jones is going to be the leader of this offense, as we see right here. 10-19, that's what we saw against Utah, and 10-21, that's what we saw against the San Antonio Spurs. So he's getting a ton of minutes, a ton of usage, providing big scoring ability, and hopefully we can bump up those assists, and we have a great value at 6,200. The next guy we're going to look at is the other brother, Tre Jones, that is currently on the San Antonio Spurs, and this is the brother of Tyus. Obviously, you can see the resemblance. And he is stepping in for DeJounte Murray. DeJounte Murray is going to be out and rested for the rest of the season. Tre Jones is stepping up at 5,300. Great performances in 3 out of the last 3 games, pretty much, ever since he's really fully taking over in the beginning of April. 32 fantasy points, 40 fantasy points, and 39.5. At 5.3, you're getting huge value. Obviously, you should have took advantage of him at that price of 3,200 and even 4K. Now they bumped him up to 5,300, and you're still getting ton of value. He's taking double-digit shot attempts in back-to-back games. He had a double-double against Denver and a very close to a triple-double against Portland. All right, so Minnesota, they got things kind of locked up as well. It's just going to be a free-for-all for these young kids to play, have fun. Tre Jones, Devin Vassell, guys like that are really going to take advantage of their salary. And Tre Jones is someone I love at the point guard position at 5,300. So we're going to key in on him. Shooting guard is the next play we're going to go. Now, the reason why I'm leaning more towards these young cats, these bench guys, is because when you're coming down to the home stretch and you got playoff teams, they want to rest, okay? They want to rest their stars. And to avoid all this flip-flopping here, I'm going to just find the value that is available with the young guys that are getting minutes. And we have another situation here in Keon Johnson, for the Portland Trail Blazers. He's getting a ton of starting minutes for the Portland Trail Blazers. They have so many. They're tanking. They're 100% tanking. The fact that they gave up that 17-point lead in the fourth quarter to the Thunder was a very huge question mark, but that's neither here nor there. We want the guys that are producing. Keon Johnson had a big game against the Thunder, 36 minutes, 7-14 shooting, 18 points, 7 assists, 6 rebounds, 2 blocks, and 1 steal. A total performance right there. But if you're looking at a sample size out of the last 5 games, he's getting you at least 30 and a little bit more, okay? Obviously, he had a struggle. He struggled against the Pelicans. That game got out of hand, and he got in foul trouble with 5 fouls, so that's a little bit understandable. So as long as he stays out of that foul trouble, then he's going to be putting up 30-plus fantasy points at 5,300. I think that is a very solid option, all right, for your shooting guard position, all right? Next guy we're going to look at is going to be Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram is 1 star. I feel comfortable going to at 8,300 plus the matchup against Portland. We got J-Val. That's a questionable mark right here. So it's pretty much a 2-man game between Ingram and CJ McCollum for the Pelicans, and which is really an easy matchup against the Portland Trail Blazers, which have a whole bunch of G League talented players on the court. Brandon Ingram can definitely take advantage of these guys shooting, knocking down his mid-range jumper, and facilitating the ball. You see the increase of assists, 8, 4, 7, 6, and 5 in the last 5 games. The rebounds are always going to be there because he has a nice long reach, can help down low. And if Valanciunas is out as well, he's going to be needed down low to chip in with more rebounds. He is a big, long, rangy small forward anyway, so I like him at 8,300. Next, we're going on to the power forward position, and we're looking at someone struggled pretty much all of the season, but he is finishing strong. Aaron Gordon is coming in with some very big performances for the Denver Nuggets. They're trying to solidify their standing, so it's not 100% guaranteed. They can still move up. That's why the Denver Nuggets and Nikola Jokic are really, really amping things up, and they're trying to win these games. A poor performance against San Antonio Spurs, but we know what happened that day, okay? They were trying to get the Lakers out. It was a perfect situation where the Spurs could win, the Lakers could lose, and you saw what happened, all right? The Spurs showed up and beat the Denver Nuggets, but the Denver Nuggets need to bump up to that next level in the standing. So I believe that they're going to be playing hard. You see the minutes here, 35, 37, 38, 36, and 33, and he's really been performing out of this world. We haven't seen this ever since he came from Magic. So Aaron Gordon with 43, 42, and 40 in the last 5 games. I'm thinking I'm going to hit this while it continues to rise at 6,600. The production he's putting up, he's worth 7,000, 7,500, around that range. And he's putting up some very nice numbers. Chipping in with rebounds, a couple assists here and there. He's athletic enough to give you blocks. And if he's scoring 20 points a game, then yes, we're going to be there. So I love Aaron Gordon at 6,600. Let's go over to our center position, and we're going to go with someone that is finally getting some shine here. He had a lot of up and downs throughout the whole entire season, but I think he's kind of finishing strong here. 3 out of the last 5 games, over 40 fantasy points. He had a 30 bomb against the Knicks, but I like what I saw out of that game against the Cleveland Cavaliers. 56.5 fantasy points, 6 blocks, 3 assists, and 12 rebounds. A nice big double-double that we've been waiting for. There's some of the videos that I have Mo Bamba in. He has come through for us, okay, in most of those occasions. And now with Wendell Carter officially out, we got Mo Bamba just soaking in all the minutes down low. He's popping out, shooting a 3. This is a very dynamic big that they have in Orlando, and I like his price at 6,900. The sky is the limit for this kid, and hopefully he takes this to a whole nother level next year. So Mo Bamba is going to be our center, all right? Now for our value plays, we're going to go over to Fanduel. I have one in particular right here. With Jalen Suggs being back, I get it. He's going to be limited, all right? So the point guard for the Orlando Magic in a very prime matchup is going to be the Charlotte Hornets against the Charlotte Hornets, and that's Markelle Fultz, okay? He's finally getting an opportunity to start yet again. Struggle. He was out with injury. Now he's getting an opportunity. I'm liking what I'm seeing out of him. The minutes in this previous game where he did get a start, and with Cole Anthony out, he had 24 minutes, 8 of 12 shooting, 16 points, 6 assists, 2 rebounds, and 2 steals. I want a little bit more from the assist area as well. Hopefully we get a bump up in minutes. So that's going to be intriguing to see. At 5,200 on DraftKings, I have no problem going to him. And on Fanduel, he's at 6K. So that is a fair price for someone that's going to get 25 and a little bit more minutes, taking the full reins of the point guard position for the Orlando Magic. And they're just playing out the season, guys. They want to see what they have in Markelle Fultz, and I like the upside of him, all right? So some other value plays we're going to focus on, and that's going to be 2 teams, okay? We're going to focus in on the Lakers, and we're going to focus in on the Boston Celtics. So for the Lakers, I just saw on Underdog NBA that they are now questionable, the Lakers. Okay, these big 3 are going to be questionable. We're scrolling down. We see that Dylan Brooks is questionable. Like I said, we got to wait and see. Russell Westbrook is questionable. And you see the commentary in there. That's all, folks. Their season is over. So I don't think they're going to be playing Russell Westbrook, Anthony Davis, or LeBron James. And if these 3 guys are going to be out, we have to prepare for that. So I'm just letting you guys know, watch out for that news. If those 3 guys are out, we're going to be looking at Austin Reeves right here at 4,600 on FanDuel. We're going to be looking at Taylor Horton-Tucker, who's going to be chipping in with minutes at 4,200. And we're going to be looking at Malik Monk. Okay, these are going to be the ball handlers and scorers for the team. All 3 of these guys can put the ball in the basket. Who would be more the point guard? Austin Reeves has had some starting games, and I think they've used Taylor Horton-Tucker as a point guard in similar situations, even last year as well. So these are the 3 key guys we're going to key in on if LeBron, Westbrook, and Anthony Davis are going to be out, because there's no reason for them to play. So why would you even risk any further injury? So those are the 3 Lakers we're going to focus on. For the Boston Celtics, okay, we have to watch our news, because this is going to be the second game of back-to-back. They're playing today. So we're not 100% sure on Jason Tatum, and we're not 100% sure on Jaylen Brown or even Marcus Smart, okay? So they could sit everyone. Obviously, they're facing the Bucks, who could be a big game here, but there's only a couple games left. They're pretty solidified at their spot, and we're really looking at some other guys. So if Smart, Brown, Tatum are out, that means we're going to be looking at Peyton Pritchard right here at 3,900. That would be a nice salary saver. We're looking at Grant Williams as well, okay? With no Robert Williams, possibly no Al Horford, we're going to be looking at Grant Williams down there at 4,100. So those are going to be the value plays for tomorrow that we have to watch out for news, okay? We have to be 100% sure, and then we'll definitely switch over. So Reeves, Horton-Tucker, Malik Monk, and then on the Boston side, we got to watch out for Peyton Pritchard and Grant Williams. Those guys are going to get some big minutes if their 2 stars are going to be out for Boston. All right. And then the lock of the night at 11,500. We're going all the way up. I have no problem paying for him. And if we're looking at him on DraftKings, Joel Embiid is 12,000, so $500 more. But this man is putting in a campaign to win the MVP. This is why I'm very bullish on Joel Embiid for tomorrow. He is going to be the lock of the night, and he's going to be the thumbnail, because he is really pushing it forward that he wins this MVP, finishing the season strong. He put together 44 points, 5 blocks, 1 steal, 3 assists, and 17 rebounds against Cleveland. Came back with another game against the Pacers, 45, 1 block, 2 assists, and 13 rebounds against the Pacers. Who knows? Will he go for another 40 bomb against Toronto? He definitely could do that. They're trying to fight all the way up to that 1 seed. It's still possible. And we're really liking Joel Embiid as the lock of the night for Thursday, all right? Let me know in that comment section down below if you have any other ideas at point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center, value play, or lock of the night that we could definitely discuss down below. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MessageSD, and I'll be back with another video very soon. Peace out, guys.